The Sleepy Hollow Sports Complex in Leesburg is gearing up to host for the first time NCAA Division I softball games and the Big Ten Conference, beginning this weekend and extending into March.
After 14 years in Lake County with Division II, III, NAI, and JUCO, it's really a big deal to be bringing Division I here to Lake County. So this year, when we were contacted by the Big Ten, looking for a place to play, a neutral place where they could come and get their conference games in, my tournament director called me and she said, okay, of all the facilities we have, where do you think we should put them? And I said, I think we should put them at Sleepy Hollow. But when you look at this park and you see what it provides, not only does it have the space to house the fans that these big Division I teams will bring, but it also has a beautiful playing surface, plenty of shade, large dugouts, and in the grand scheme of things, these were really small renovations to attract some of the best teams in the nation. Division I softball is about the highest level in our sport. We've tried for 50 years to have a pro level, and sometimes it's on, sometimes it's off. So for most of the women who play this game, this is the highest level that they'll ever see or ever have the opportunity to participate in. And these teams that we're bringing this year are teams that go to the World Series. You know, that's on their mind from the beginning of the season. And these games for the Big Ten in particular are conference games. So these games matter very much because the winner of the conferences go on to the super regionals and have a chance at the World Series. So having the right facility in the right location with the right infrastructure like the batting cages and the warm-up facilities, it's a big deal. It's a very big deal for these teams.
As for the renovations, the Parks and Rec Department teamed up with Lake County to get everything into top-notch condition to host the big games.
Yeah, so with the help of the TDC and Lake County Board of County Commissioners, we were able to get some TDC funding as an event sponsorship. And with that funding, then we made some really great renovations and upgrades to the fields at Sleepy Hollow. Probably the first one and the major one that someone may not realize as they walk in and look at it is we cut out 6 inches of clay on every game field that we have and brought in a 80-20 clay to sand mix from a mine in Davenport where it's supposed to be the best softball clay around. They ship it all over the country. So we brought 6 inches of clay back in with that 80-20 clay to give a professional level infield for the softball girls to play on. So that was a major one. We ripped out our backstops, put in a new netting and padding in our backstops. Every dugout was extended so that the teams have more room for equipment, more room for players. The bullpens have been extended, so there's multiple tunnels in each bullpen for their pitchers to warm up in. And every batting cage we have was extended, and we added into some extra batting cages. So we've set up the complex where we have 4 fields that are going to be their game fields. They're the main game fields, and then the other 4 fields that we have out here will be for practice. So they'll have plenty of space to practice and then come up and have the games on our game fields. Definitely was a big project, and it had lots of hands in the cookie jar helping out. So it's been great. First and foremost, it wouldn't have happened without Alison Strange in the spring games, and then the TDC in Lake County with her connections to be able to bring them down here and negotiate the contract, and then the county to help fund us with the improvements that we're able to do. It's been a huge help. But then when you get into the actual stuff that we've done at the fields, PCDG, our general contractor was awesome, and then I got to give a shout out to our field staff. Our field staff of guys in the rec department have been working long hours, long days, and putting a lot of work into it. But also the city as a whole bought into what is going on. I think everybody sees that this is an amazing opportunity for the city of Leesburg. So we had other departments, our electric department, public works department, IT, city manager, our city commission has been everything we've needed. They've been there to help us out along the way. And I know they're pulling people off of other projects to come out help recreation and softball, but I think it just is a testament to how important something like this is to the city of Leesburg. And to our rec department. I don't know that we've ever had anything this big ever happen in our rec department. So we were very excited and very thankful and appreciative of all the folks that helped us make it come to fruition.
According to Commissioner Sean Parks, hosting the games will be a great thing for our community.
We're very excited that the Big Ten has decided to hold a softball tournament, their big tournament here in Lake County, specifically Leesburg. It's really good for our community for a number of reasons. Obviously there's a projected $3.8 million economic benefit to our community, but it also speaks to what we're trying to do in Lake County in terms of bringing people in, the economic development, promoting economic prosperity. This is certainly a industry, if you will, that we pursue. We like to bring people into our beautiful community. And this is a great way to do it. Big Ten, it doesn't get any bigger than that, exactly. You will have people visiting from up north. They'll be coming down, they'll be spending money, they'll enjoy the beautiful weather. They're going to have a great time in Leesburg, other parts of the county as well. We know that they'll go to the real Florida, real close experience. They're not just going to head over to Disney. They're going to spend time in downtown Leesburg. They're going to spend time in all of our downtowns, I hope. Maybe in our natural areas as well.
However, spectators will have to view the games a little differently this year.
Obviously, we're coming off of 2020 and the pandemic here and all the shutdowns, and a lot of these teams are still in lockdowns up north, a lot of the fans. In fact, most of the fans, this is their first time leaving their home in the last year, which is just crazy for those of us in Florida, right? We've been going out for a year, but for them, they're very excited about it. And we have branded this, marketed it, built it to be a bubble. A lot of people have heard about the pro sports bubbles that happen. We are the only bubble in softball this year, which is pretty exciting. We've been the world's largest college softball event for a while, but it's kind of neat to, if you're going to have a small event, to at least be able to say we're the only bubble in the nation. So what that means really is that we have limited capacity on each field. We've limited the number of tickets that each team can sell. We've limited the number of fans that can be in the outfield. Now for our events, the Spring Games Division 1s, which will be taking place in Claremont this weekend, the last weekend of February, we have one stadium field going. And then for next weekend, March 5th through 7th, those Division 1 games are open to the public. We first open up those ticket sales to the parents, and then the week of the event, we have links available for the public to be able to purchase tickets to come watch those games. For the Big Ten events, those are family only. So those are being done through the Big Ten, through the teams. We aren't even giving the links to people. Those are being given out by their directors of operations, and they're very closely monitoring who's on their lists and on their fan lists. So for 2021, for those Big Ten fans, the best thing I can tell you is the games will be live streamed on Flow Softball. And then for the Big Ten games, they will also be live streamed on the Big Ten Network. So that's a way that people who want to watch the Big Ten games can watch it.
For more information, visit thespringgames.com.